Welcome back to the Bryan Devore Connection. I'm your host, Bryan Devore. How do you know when it's time to get home care for a loved one? Well, here to talk to us today about that exact subject are Kasey and Mitchell from United Care, one of the best home care companies in San Diego. Welcome today, and thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much for having us, Bryan.
Thank you so much. Wonderful to be here.
My pleasure. So, Kasey, we're going to start with you because you're the founder of United Care. Tell us how you got into the business of home care.
Sure. I've been in the industry now for almost 19 years. Of those 19, I've had United for almost over 11 years now.
Wow.
So, yes, very exciting to be here. Thank you so much again for having us.
Yeah, my pleasure. And why did you want to start a home care company?
Again, I fell in love with home care because I didn't have grandparents growing up, so I found a really intimate connection in the senior industry communities, helping them on every level. Enjoyed the caregiver's perspective as well, understanding and knowing that it's a two-sided win. I get fulfilled from helping people, and I also feel fulfillment from providing opportunities and jobs for caregivers, and I love that part of it. So.
Oh, that's fantastic. And they're probably pretty loyal to you because of that.
They are. We're so lucky to have them. Again, they've been with us from the start, most of them.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Mitchell, you and I have known each other for a long time. We're friends in the senior space. You have a varied background, and yet you are at United Care. Why?
Well, as you know, I have a very diverse background. I started out first in pharmaceutical sales, so I was a field rep, so I fell in love with business development. And then I went straight into owning and running 2 10-bed residential care homes. And that's where I really, truly fell in love with taking care of those aging seniors and helping out the families, get their life back. So after that, I also had experience with working in senior living communities as marketing director or director of sales marketing. And then straight from there, I did placement for quite a few years. And then I decided I was ready for a change, and I decided home care, right back to direct caregiving services. And this has been a great, I think, area for me. It's a passion that I have. And then finding United Care, which honestly I've never heard of until I started and did some research and was really surprised. They'd been in business for 11 years serving San Diego County as an independently owned organization. So no franchise fees, so we're able to keep the cost down to help those families out because it's not cheap, it's expensive.
Yeah.
But if you can save a little bit here and there, that's what I love about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us a little bit more, Kasey, about United Care. What areas do you cover? What services do you provide for folks?
Sure. So we cover the entire county of San Diego, from the border all the way up to Fallbrook, Temecula. We have different lines of services just depending on the individual's needs, anywhere from 4 hours to 24 hours, live-in care. Just kind of depends on what they're looking for and what what specialty they're needing at that moment.
Got it. And some of the things that they might need, I know we talk sort of in the industry about the 5 activities of daily living. Mitchell, how do the caregivers assist with that?
So they're all very well trained and experienced in all the different areas of activities of daily living. Each one, of course, are more experienced than others, and we keep a documentation of each of the caregivers' expertise in those areas and experience. But it's a matter of educating the families in most places, most times. Of course, in explaining also and educating the difference between home health and home care, because those two are used interchangeably a lot, and families don't realize that. So I'm talking about that multiple times per day, about the differences. One's covered by insurance, which is the home health. It's the skilled care services, and then of course there's us, the non-medical home care. But explaining all the different activities of daily living. I mean, every story is different. Instead of just going over, we can do this, that, the other. We ask them, what are you looking for? And then if it comes into it, we explain how we assist with that particular activity. For an example, if a person wants shower assistance or full-on shower care, we can do as little as standby assistance, we call it. That could be in the shower, in the bathroom, not in the shower, but in the bathroom, or outside the door because they're not comfortable with someone being there. So we ask them how they like to be assisted.
Approach to
exactly.
find out.
And then of course we also assist with hospice residents as well. So if they need assistance with an extra bed bath, we can absolutely help out with that as well. So there's so many different items, including laundry, meal prep, light housekeeping, transportation services as well. So there's so many different areas that we can assist, but it's all individualized for what they're looking for.
Yeah, that's great. And one thing you and I talked about was, what is home in the home care, right? And home could be anywhere.
Home is where they consider home, you
Right.
know? So what a lot of people don't realize is it may not be a home, but a temporary home is unfortunately sometimes a hospital, sometimes a skilled nursing facility, assisted living or memory care. We can actually assist those clients of ours who might need a more one-on-one person, more as a companion or an advocate for them. For an example, we work with a lot of clients that are in skilled nursing facilities, and a lot of times it's because of a fall, and the fall could be because they are cognitively challenged. They might
Okay.
have the signs of dementia, and so they could get confused. In fact, many times they get confused in the middle of the night specifically, and they wake up, don't know where they are, forgot that they're not able to walk,
Yeah.
so they get up and fall to the ground and hurt themselves. So we're there to try and redirect them. If they do need hands-on care, we would be able to be that advocate to find the staff at that facility to help them with those services. So there's so many different areas that we can assist with, including assisted living, like I mentioned, but many of our cases also directly at the client's home, because
Yeah.
they want to stay home, and we're here to help them age in place as safely as possible.
Got it.
And even we had a case where the home was a cruise ship. The caregivers
Really?
went along. Yeah.
That's a nice home.
Yeah, it depends on, their environment and what the client, again, wants and needs. And at that time, the caregiver was cruising around
Oh,
with,
that's fantastic.
with the client.
I can assist with business development on those.
Right. So you can find some new
Yeah.
clients that way. One important thing, and we started with this, is knowing when it's time to bring in home care. What are the signs that it's time, for a loved one to get some care?
So I call it the red flags, to watch out for, at least be aware of. So the family members don't always live near their loved one, and they tend to see them more on the holidays or birthdays. And I just tell them to please be aware and watch out their loved one, as far as if their gait has changed, if they're slowing down, if the stairs in their house, how they're actually negotiating the stairs, because some of those areas we can assist with. We want to be able to keep their loved ones at home as long as possible, if that's what they want.
Right. And safely.
And safely, exactly. So when we do our consultations in the home, we always require the consultation, because we have to see the home that they live in, and then our caregiver, of course, for safety reasons as well. So we do a full safety check to make sure everything looks good, and we can advise them and recommend different areas that could keep their loved one safer. And we would connect them with a resource that would provide those safety enhancements to their place that they call home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including the cruise ship.
Yes.
So there's, again, the red flags, there's so many different things that they can look at, so are they still driving? Take a look at their bumpers. A lot of times you see all these little bumpers. Oh, no, I never hit anything. But yeah, there's definite signs of they probably should have that difficult talk.
Right.
And we can also provide with transportation services as well.
So you have the big red flags and some of the smaller red flags to look for, which
A lot of flags.
you guys can really help with. That's great. So if you're looking on screen right now in video, you can see all the information for United Care, their phone number, their website. If you're listening to this on the podcast, you can't see it, but it is going to be in the captions, so you can find that as well. Mitchell and Kasey, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom today on home care and what to look out for and all the wonderful things that United Care has to offer.
Thank you very
so
much.
much, Brian.
Thank you.
My pleasure.